The most important work you'll ever do will be done when nobody's watching. This is built different, real talk, real growth. We live in a world that only celebrates results, right? Nobody claps for the practice that we're putting in. Nobody likes that quiet grind. To really jump into it, right? We're gonna go ahead and cover putting in that work without validation, man. Like there's gonna be a lot of nights, a lot of days. I always tell people, man, those late night, early mornings is what really makes the difference, man. That drive to, like, when you know the goal, you know your vision, you see everything laid out there. Everything is yours for the taking, as long as you're not breaking the law, right? um, but a lot of people, man, like I found myself guilty of the same thing, man. Is putting in the work, and I want that instant gratification, like that satisfaction, man. Like the likes, the shares, the comments, man. Which, by the way, if you're watching this, like, share, subscribe, man. Tag somebody in a video that needs to hear this. Somebody that's grinding quietly, man. Somebody that just their ceiling is so high in this life, man. I think that's major. But make sure you guys like, share, comment, man. My name is Randy. I'm the host of Built Different. But back to it, right? Working without validation, man. I think just creating content, man, and like putting it out there and waiting for like that million view or the 100 followers on my new platform. Um, it's like a false reason for doing all this, right? I think breaking out of my shell is the biggest thing and becoming a better version of myself every time I sit down in front of this mic. We're now on Ep.3, which I didn't even think I'd make it this far doing this project, but I believe in myself and what I'm doing. It'll inspire somebody down the road, man. I had one of my old buddies, man, shout out your average rock star on TikTok. He was one of those dudes that grinded quietly, man, and just didn't really seek the validation. And when he told me what he does, like in his spare time, man, like he plays guitar. He showed me a couple clips. I told him, I was like, bro, just post the work, man. Get out there and post that content. Whether people are gonna like it, whether people are gonna comment on it, man, it does not matter, bro. Just do what feels good to you and chase that satisfaction of like you're doing something that most people aren't doing. Gave him a couple pointers, like, go out in public, bro. Showcase your talents and let the world see what you got, man. Create a TikTok, create an Instagram, and just post, bro, without hoping for anything. Just post the work, man. And he slow grinded to like 1,000 followers on TikTok. I think it took him about a year, but he didn't chase that instant satisfaction of the likes, the shares, and the comments, and it will get you right. That's one thing I found out, man. When I went viral a couple years ago, one day the video did a couple thousand views, and then next thing you know, I'm at 6 million views on Facebook, and that was like the highest high I've ever felt. But when I posted another video and I didn't do those same numbers, like I was chasing it and I lost sight of what I was doing. So, validation is nice, man. It's definitely that pat on the back lets you know that you're doing the right thing. And that's even in life, man. I think as like a parent, uh, we always look for that, like, man, you're a good dad, you're a good mom, you're a good brother, you're a good sister, you're a good aunt, you're a good uncle, man. And we start doing things that are so far outside of our character that it's almost unlike you as a person, that you're just chasing that you're a good this, you're a good that, you're doing a great job. And like even at your job, man, like your daytime job, if you're good at your job, you don't need that pat on the back all the time to tell you that you're doing a good job. Like if you know you're doing good, man, you're doing good, bro. Give yourself credit. Don't seek that validation from others. Just know that you're doing a good job. I think another thing is like staying consistent without an audience, right? And it can go a bunch of different ways. I feel like as a content creator, having no audience definitely discourages you from creating content. It definitely pushes you away from the social media realm. But the one thing you got to understand is that we're living in a day and age where you can literally post a video and make thousands of dollars doing it, and there'll be those days where you don't have the audience. And in real life, I feel like as a father of 5 kids and as a loving husband to my wife, I don't expect people that know me directly to tell me I'm doing good in the role that I know I was destined to be in, and or like where I'm at in life as far as like I grew up running the streets, and I got into some gang activities back in the day, man. Like I was a real shithead growing up, man. I hung out with a couple of the wrong people, but people inside that circle, some of the good ones, they definitely backed me up, like my brother Jojo, my brother Rem. There was a lot of days that I was a little lost, but anyway, that's getting sidetracked from what we're talking about. Um, like every day we wake up, we shouldn't seek that person to tell us that we're doing good. If you do good, you're at that point in life, right? Like it takes a lot to wake up and make the right choices, but don't do it because you want somebody to tell you that you're doing a good job, or you're the best dad I've ever seen, you're a good husband to your wife, or you're a good wife to your husband, and just all those things along the lines of that, man. We shouldn't do things in life seeking an audience to give us that, that clap, that pat on the back, man, that high five moment. Like we should just naturally go through life being good people and building people up around us, trying to motivate everybody to get to that next level in life and see that life is a lot better than, a couple downfalls in your past. Um, Another thing is like moving in silence, man. Like a lot of good things come from working in silence, man. I like my day job. It's a lot of long hours where you don't really talk to people. Nobody's really around you. You don't communicate with a lot of people. But I find that I do the best work when I'm in silence. Like even right now, man, my whole house is asleep. I'm blessed to have the next day off tomorrow from work. So I got the time to sit down and just silence and work on this. And even if like my whole family was up, it'd just be extra background noise, granted. But moving in silence, man. Like I remember when I started my camera journey, it was, I think, it was definitely God's work, because it if it wasn't for this job coming through the way that it did, man, and just trusting the process and like not blurting out all my business to the world. Now, granted, when the job was done, man, I posted, I made sure everybody knew, like, hey, man, I'm on, bro. I did this myself. I trusted my own process. I believed that this moment was meant for me and nobody was going to take that away from me. The moment I'm referring to, man, is I picked up a camera and I started taking things serious. Looked at a lot of concert photography, man, and it's just, I remember telling myself back in the day, I've never met anybody famous, actors or musicians or content creators, man. Like I just, to this day, I remind myself every day how crazy this situation was, because I told myself I've never met anybody famous, and I don't think in this lifetime I'll ever have that opportunity. And when I picked up the camera, boy, let me tell you, watched a lot of videos on social media, man, just kind of doom scrolling, man, just watching and watching, seeing all these people succeed and thrive, and not knowing the hard work that really went into it. And man, I hit up J Bug. He's a Samoan reggae artist, man. That was the job. Like like even to this day, man, it's one of the proudest moments I had that I did by myself. It was no favors given to me. It wasn't me asking anybody else that I know that knows somebody. This was solely me moving in silence, man, grinding quietly. And I sent a DM and I was like, hey, I'm an up and coming photographer in Washington, D.C. You guys have a show coming, and said date. I would love to do some photography, maybe some video work for you guys. Now, granted, I'm not going to lie. The work I do now damn sure wasn't the quality I was putting out in the very beginning of my camera career, man. But this one job, yo, it literally changed my life, man. I sent the email. I asked if I could provide my services, and they messaged me back and were like, well, we already have somebody. He's okay with you coming to the show and doing some work. And, everything you do is for you. And I was like, yo, I locked that job down, man. And it was one of the craziest feelings in the world, man. I remember like it was yesterday, man, just getting sending my email, the confirmation email that came back that I got it. I remember my wife seeing the email and she's like, what is this? And I was like, long story short story long, this is what I did. And I got the confirmation, and bro, that was one of those moments, man, where I just knew I was doing the right thing, bro. Like I literally spoke it into existence. Now, granted, I was kind of doubtful in the very beginning of it, but just getting to that point, man, of building that confidence, bro, to send the email, and that's crazy. We ain't gonna cry on this podcast, man. Let's go. That's that was me just moving in silence, bro. Like not telling everybody about what I'm doing, man. I remember when I got to the show, my cousin showing, the whole family, man, they were there. Shout out my cousin Show. That's my tattoo artist. You know what I'm saying? He was there and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yo, I'm doing camera work for him. And then that's one of those like truly humbling experiences, bro, because I had no idea what I was doing. But I knew I was going in the direction that was meant for me to go. Like the way everything clicked, the way that everything came together, man, like, and I hold that experience close to my heart, because every show I go to, I've worked with a bunch of artists, and I mean, and it's not like little names, and I'm not saying that to brag, but I take my very first camera experience as far as working with the artist, and I take it to every job, man. And like people that are around me, I always tell them like, yo, if you don't get nervous about what you're about to go do, if you're not nervous about what you are passionate about, I feel like you really don't care about what you're doing. Like if you don't get them, there's still days where I go to random family photo shoots and I still get butterflies in my stomach, because I just know I was blessed to have the opportunity to capture these moments, to be in rooms with people, experience things, And like a big part of like everything that I've done, the experiences is something that I've learned over time. A lot of the stuff came from working with my cousin Sherelle Rowe. Shout out Sherelle, Red Carpet Row. Shout out Ballaholics. The whole movement, man. But she hosted an event, and I asked her if I could provide my services. One more, like just this was shortly after the J Bug concert, and she told me yeah, and I shot uh, you know, a day in the life kind of vlog for her. And then she invited me to come work on the production with the Spades Table. And man, that was my first experience of like the late nights, early mornings, that grind, man, and like the behind the scenes work I was doing. I got recognition from the team, but I never did it for like the masses to be like, yo, this is crazy, man. This is good work. Yo, I can't believe you met that. I can't believe you're doing this. I did it because I knew that that's what I was meant to do at that point in my life. So shout out to Space Table, the whole team. I ain't forget about y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all like second family to me. You guys definitely put me on to a lot of good things, man. And I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. Y'all family for real. Um, yeah, man. It's the one thing I think people need to realize is that if nobody's supporting you right now, man, that's a good thing. That just means that you're early. You're showing up, you're putting in the work, you're grinding, you're doing everything that you know you need to do in life to get to that next level and achieve those goals, the dreams, man. Like it's all not for nothing, bro. And that's the number one thing, dog. Like don't go out chasing these unrealistic numbers, man. You create what you know at the end of the day feels good for you, what resonates with your soul, right? Like don't create stuff that you're not going to be proud of 20 years down the road. I'm creating something that my kids can look back on, my grandkids, my great grandkids, man. I'm building a legacy. I'm building a brand, and I'm building like that foundation we talked about to secure a better future. I don't take Built Different as just another podcast. This is something that I'm gonna literally pour my heart and soul into as a project. Give you guys 100% of what I got, and make sure that somebody at some point can watch this and become inspired to go against the grain of working that regular 9 to 5 job. It's crazy, man. I did so we had a coworker retire, a couple of them, but the last one kind of made me do a little bit of independent research, man. And did you know that the age of retirement is at 70 years old, but our average lifespan is 70 years? And if you do happen to cross that 70-year mark, what do you do with all this money that you've worked your entire life to stack up, to save up? Like, what vacation are you going to take at 70 years old and truly enjoy living in that moment in life? That's what inspired this podcast to become a reality, man. I refuse to be stuck in this hamster wheel of life, man. Like that, I want to be that glitch in the matrix that it doesn't make sense how we were taught. So now we commit to what we're doing. We follow our dreams, our aspirations, and we make all that become a reality. It's crazy. That's wild, yo. That's crazy. I feel really good about this episode, man. I appreciate everybody that has made it this far. If you've seen me for the first time, man, make sure you guys drop a follow. I'm on every social media platform that you could possibly imagine. Not we ain't on Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat. That's for the freaky people. I don't do it. I'm good. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. Built Different podcast. On every platform, you'll see a picture of me. Built Different podcast. Make sure you guys go over to every social media platform you're on. Drop a follow. Drop a comment on one of my videos, man. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible doing this content thing. And before we part ways, man, leave you guys with a little bit of a motivational quote. Results make noise. Discipline moves in silence. Share this with somebody who's grinding quietly, man. You never know who needs to hear it. You don't know who this will inspire. And if it doesn't, share it with somebody, man. I appreciate it. We're dropping new episodes every week. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for the continued support. You guys are A1, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.